So welcome to the Rebels of Candleburr Star Wars podcast. Today we're going to be talking about Star Wars Episode 4, the first of the original trilogy. With us today is us, being me, Nathan, King Pon.
Oh, well, yeah. Me, Zack, or Red Eyes, or Lord of Chaos, or many other things.
Yes, we got it. So, this was a great movie.
It really was. I mean, I don't know. Personally, throughout the entire movie, which I think we talked about before, but you started off and you're just like, yes, Star Wars! And then you get to about halfway in and you're just like, oh my god, is this still going on?
Yeah. It was a 2-hour movie, so...
I didn't actually realize that the Star Wars movies were this long.
Yeah. They're yeah.
I think this is the first time I've seen this movie in a lot of years.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's been a long time since I've seen it. And I remember them being shorter.
So, when it first opens, and, you know, it says, Star Wars. Da, da, da.
When Lucasfilm comes up, it's just like, I don't know, every time I see the Lucasfilm thing, pretty much, I've only seen it on Star Wars, but it's just like, ooh yeah, Star Wars, gonna be awesome.
And it goes into a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, which is pretty great. That is so symbolic. It's been used for so many different things.
It's just... The Star Wars thing is so iconic and just so... Every single one, the beginning, it's just...
Mm-hmm. And then that crawl.
It's the sheer awesomeness. The crawl, the classic.
It's been parodied in so much stuff. And actually, something in there that I noticed is it's saying a bunch of stuff, and then it says that the Emperor has sent his sinister agents.
No, see, I had that in my notes too. I was like, wow, it is really, really, really trying hard to show the Empire as really bad. Just goes the evil Galactic Empire, the sinister Imperial agents.
Yeah. But, like, is Darth Vader the sinister agent that we're talking about?
Maybe it's just talking about, like, his clones, because, like, it opens with the whole big space battle, and Vader himself is there with the stormtroopers, so I guess that he's an Imperial agent?
Okay. Sinister
Imperial agent.
I don't know. And then the next thing that I had is the stars. In the movie, they did super well with, like, the stars in the background. And they don't twinkle, though. Like, I was really interested in how they did it, you know?
I'm pretty... It's some kind of, like, spackle pattern, right?
I don't know.
You don't know how?
I don't know, but they did really well with
it. It was 1977, right?
Because when it pans down, it has a bunch of stars, and it's really random, and it looks really cool.
I want to say, I could probably look that up.
Nah, it's fine. And then we open on 3 planets. We got Tatooine, which I didn't realize it was Tatooine. I never knew that. Yeah. It's Tatooine, and then the 2 moons, and the moon behind Tatooine actually looks like our moon. It looks like the actual moon.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they used stock footage of the moon.
They could. And it's not stock footage, it's a picture.
Oh.
Because none of it moves. Because, yeah, it just looks like the moon sitting...
So the big one's Tatooine.
Yeah. That's the main planet that they fly over.
And it's like a painting.
Yeah. One thing I noticed is while they were having a little space battle, the lasers, from the big ship to the little ship, they're not actually firing at it.
They're just firing past it.
They're just... You don't see where they're coming from, and they just kind of end. You don't really see where the lasers are going, except for when it switches.
Yeah, the next view.
It's, yeah, I mean, it was good for that era. This, each time the new trilogy came out. So, yeah, C-3PO's leg, it's silver. His right leg from the knee down is silver.
I didn't notice that.
And throughout the entire movie, I didn't either. I thought, oh, it's gold. And just, yeah, so... And then there's that other droid.
I have that in my notes, too. I did never notice that droid before.
I noticed it, but it just... At 1 second, like, when C-3PO and R2 are going, he just turns, and that's it. Never see him again.
I wanna know the story of that droid.
We don't know who he is, or what... I don't know.
I want to know what that droid's story is.
Yeah. When while the rebels are running to the door to How did they know that was the door that was coming? They all just posted up, and then they started hearing stuff.
I'm guessing that would be some kind of like airlock or something, because obviously they've done this before. It's some kind of routine thing, maybe, and maybe that's like the only way into the ship.
Well, one of the guys, there's out of like the 8 or 10 guys that are running, one of the guys doesn't even have his gun out.
Really?
Yeah, he's just running without his gun. It's really weird.
I should have probably told him to grab his prop before they left.
Yeah, and oh my goodness, the set design of that ship.
Oh, it's beautiful.
With the, just nice, clean
It's
white.
very white.
Yeah.
It's very militaristic.
Yeah, it's super, super cool.
That or somewhat dystopian.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And I love the practical effects they have, like when they're blowing down the door.
Yeah.
And, the R2-D2 and C-3PO, my goodness.
God, how did they not get hit in that entire thing?
I don't know. It's Stormtrooper. It's bad aim. I don't know. And then the Stormtroopers, they have holsters. Did you know that?
Yeah, I noticed that because I saw something else. There's another video I saw. This person had made a homemade Stormtrooper outfit. I'm like, whoa, it has a holster.
Yeah.
And then I watched this again, and I saw it that they actually had holsters.
Yeah.
I was confused
and they never use them. They're always holding them.
Well, yeah. They're always in... You never see them when they're not fighting, really.
Yeah. And another thing, the Rebels' helmets, when they're running, they look super encumbersome. Because, like, some of them, it's covering their eyes. Some of them, it's far back on their head.
Yeah.
And sometimes when you see them running or squatting, they'll be, like, grabbing them to move them. And, I don't know, I feel like they could have made the helmets fit a little better.
I don't get the point. They're not... I mean, maybe the design is something... they seem rather useless to me.
Yeah, they're very cumbersome. I don't know.
I actually have a note about that later on one of the Imperial's helmets, too. But yeah, something I noticed during the big fight scene here, pretty much all the guys who die, their helmets fall off.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't notice that. Yeah, because, I don't know. They fall over and it has to. One thing I noticed is when Vader enters, the clones, or the Stormtroopers, pardon me.
Clones anymore.
A few of them kind of stand at attention, the rest kind of just don't. So, like, what's the protocol when Vader enters? Because 2 guys, they come in and they kind of post up on either side of the door, like they're ready to fight, and then Vader walks in, and this other guy, he was checking him out, he kind of stands at attention.
Well, see, the thing is Vader even really part of the military? Because the Stormtroopers are all a big military thing, but we've seen Vader later on take orders from, like, Grand Moff Tarkin, so does that mean he's, like, under orders from them? Does that mean... Like, where does he fit in the whole regime of things? Because we know he's a Sith Lord, which means he's incredibly powerful. And yet, he still takes shit from Tarkin.
Yeah, he does. Well, they have a whole relationship.
Yeah, he did sound like they were friends. Anyway,
Kind of.
One thing, back to the whole Vader's a powerful Sith Lord thing. What? He couldn't have come in here and taken care of these guys himself? He had to have his whole little regiment of troops come in?
He doesn't want to do the dirty work. He's there for the interrogation.
I mean, okay.
It's something like that. Also, I noticed a few green screen spots that
Really?
I didn't notice. First of all, when C-3PO and R2, when R2's getting the message from Leia, they got separated. Like, he walks in, I don't know if he was, like, checking the hall or whatever. I don't know, but C-3PO, or R2 got in front of him somehow. But when he's coming to get R2-D2 after he's getting the message from Leia, behind him, it looks like there's a green screen.
Huh.
And I never noticed that before. And then there's another one later on when Vader's somewhere. We'll get to that. But the sets, yeah. When Leia's hiding from the clones, or Stormtroopers. I don't know why I keep calling them clones. Just the whole little section that they're in. The intricate detail and all the different stuff that's put into it is freaking gorgeous.
The place she's hiding in, it looks like some kind of, like, maintenance area, like in behind the things, like where all the wiring and stuff would go, because it's just like pipes and steam and things. It's really good. Yeah. They've done really well.
Something is when she shoots the Stormtrooper, she shoots one guy and then runs while the other 3 are sitting there.
She shoots the guy who he's like, set them to stun, and then she shoots him.
Yeah,
that poor guy.
And then she just runs and without dealing with the other 3, which. I don't know what her plan was.
She could have shot them, and just.
She had the drop. Well,
maybe
had the drop.
Maybe it was like a one-shot thing. It's just like, I've got my one shot. I'm gonna use it on this guy.
Her gun is not a one-shot. It's a laser gun.
Maybe his battery was like dead.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. How are they fueled? That confuses me. That confuses. I'm just interested.
It's probably some sort of pack. I don't know. But then later, actually, throughout the ship, there's this strange design. It's like a triangle with 2 little cuts in it. And it's on a few places. When Vader is choking out that one dude, it's on the walls. And I don't know, is that like a certain rebel insignia? Is it Senate?
Okay, she's for the Imperial Senate. This is supposed to be an ambassador ship. So
that's the cover.
Yeah, but the ship itself should be something like that. So I'm thinking it's probably... It could be like the Organas or something, because Leia's an Organa.
Yeah, that's true. It could be someone. I don't know. And then later, in the next screen, when... next scene, when R2 and C-3PO were in the pod, they get shot out. And then... the guy's like, oh, there goes another one.
Does that mean more pod come out?
Yeah, it's like... So there's been other escape pods, and he says, hold your fire. Like, have they been
they
shooting?
blasted the other ones out. Well, I assume people tried to escape because of the whole giant ass Imperial ship that's just sitting there.
Yeah, and then hold your fire. There doesn't seem to be any life signs.
Kind of stupid. I mean, why not just blow it out of the sky for fun?
Yeah, I don't know. It's
would have saved this whole movie.
And then
anyway.
Vader, he seems very hell bent on just stopping all of this.
Oh, no, yeah. Like, earlier he said, when he comes in and he's talking to them about finding Leia, he's like, we've got her this time! Or she won't escape this... I don't remember exactly what he said, but something about this time. Yeah. And I'm just like, wow. He's really trying to get her.
He is very hell-bent on this whole mission.
I mean, obviously the plans are very important, but I don't know. Are they the most important thing in the galaxy right now?
Well, I don't know. It's,
Now, you're the only Sith Lord left other than the Emperor, and he's sending you on this mission. That means it's probably extremely important.
Yeah, and then he fails. Again. So, and then when C-3PO and R2 land...
No, 1 second.
Oh.
I had something to say about Vader. Does it seem to you that he has extremely bad anger issues in this movie?
Oh, yeah. He's not as bad as... Oh, well...
We'll get into that, but still, it's just like...
Yeah.
The way he's choking out that guy and just yelling at him, and then just like, what the alive, rah, 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 snapping at his guys. Come on, man.
Well, he really wants...
this mission. Maybe it's just been, a really long trip. He's kind of stressed out, He's been working on this a long time. He's just like...
Yeah.
He's at the end of his leash.
Yeah. So ready to go down to the planet? On Tatooine, when C-3PO and R2 land, R2's just rolling through the sand like it's no problem. How, his wheels aren't that big, and wouldn't he, get stuck in the sand?
Later on, though, it shows him walking, he's, hobbling along.
But he couldn't hobble like that through the entire desert.
True.
And it's like he's got all-terrain tires or something.
Maybe they're
and he's an astromech droid. He's meant for
Do we know they're wheels? Maybe it's some kind of, little hover mechanism.
No, he rolls.
Does he?
We've seen him roll.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah. I don't know. I thought that was plausible. That was something interesting. And then, what was that big skeleton?
I did notice that. I'm just like, ooh, big skeleton thingy. Never noticed that before.
Interesting looking thing.
I'm just gonna... it's Tatooine. I'm just gonna say it's a crate dragon. That's it. It's a crate dragon. That's what it is.
What's that?
Crate? I don't know how it's pronounced, but it's something I've seen in a lot of the games and stuff. I was playing Old Republic, and you have to go and do some crate dragon things. They're really big. They're like giant Komodo dragon things. They're really dangerous. Oh. Technically, the thing that Obi or Ben... I'll say it now. The thing that Obi-Wan did when he came in and scared off the Tusken Raiders was supposedly the cry of the crate dragon.
Oh.
So, yeah, and the thing's terrifying, so they're like, get out of here.
Another thing is, how long was R2 and C-3PO wandering through the desert? My goodness. R2 was heading for some mountains, and then he got there, but how long did that take?
Well, how fast can he roll? We could probably do the math.
3
Pretty
miles
fast.
an hour? I don't know.
He had a long ways to go. They were most of the day. Then again, they're droids. They don't really feel heat or thirst or exhaustion.
That's true.
I mean, 3PO whines a lot.
Oh my goodness. How many times he says we're doomed 2 or 3 times.
Okay, so where did I put it? All right. At the bottom of my notes on this page, I have 3PO. Bitch-ass 3PO.
Yeah,
just he's whining through the entire movie.
Yeah, But another thing, the music that's playing when R2 is in the canyons and the Jawas about to get him, it's pretty tense.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness, he's in trouble. And then when they shock him and shut him down, and they come out, it starts getting all playful and cute.
It's because they're Jawas. They're adorable.
I don't know, but they went from dangerous to adorable, and then they pick up R2. It's nothing.
Like he doesn't
Like,
weigh.
How heavy is R2D2?
I'll bet he's pretty heavy, but you know how strong Jawas are.
That's true. They could be strong.
They could be strong. I don't know.
And then once we're in the Sandcrawler, you got a lot of different droids that I wanted to talk about. There was the Wally-looking droid.
Okay, so you talking about the trash can?
No, the Wally. The one with the two eyes
Oh,
that
yeah,
pops up.
yeah, I remember that one. Okay.
And then there was the Gonk droid.
Gonk
The reason
droid.
they're called Gonk droids is because they go Gonk.
Are you talking about the big trash can looking one?
Yeah, he's a Gonk droid. They're the ammo droids.
Oh, the ammunition droids.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they're called that because they go Gonk. I
Gonk.
didn't realize
Gonk.
it.
Oh,
And then... Oh, go ahead.
You first.
Okay.
What are you going to say?
Later, while R2 was rolling around, there's that strange-looking clown droid.
God, that terrified me.
Like,
Oh my
why
gosh,
is there
that was
a clown droid?
it was the thing terrifying. But the thing is, most of those droids, like you remember the black, like really shiny black one?
Yeah.
You see that later on the Death Star.
Yes, you
The
do.
clown looking one you see later in Mos Eisley.
Really?
I think. I've seen it again somewhere else. I want to say it was either Mos Eisley or
I don't know, but that thing was creepy.
I've seen it. You see it again, and I don't know if I wrote it down. I probably didn't. Kind of sad. But yeah, you see most of those again. It's just like, huh, I remember you. So the Jawas got stuff from everywhere.
Yeah, they're hoarders like no other. Did you have something else that you were...
About the Sandcrawler?
Yeah.
Or anything?
Were-
That's what I was gonna say.
And then later when the when the stormtroopers they come down, and then I just thought it was funny when the one guy, he picks up that little ring and he's like, "Look, sir, droids," and he's just sitting there turning it, looking at it, really confused for a few seconds.
You know what I wrote down for that?
What?
Look, sir, a penny.
Look, sir, a penny.
Oh, I completely forgot about something. Can we go back a little bit?
Yeah.
I want to talk about back on the ship. I'm surprised there's still a Senate.
Why?
I don't know. I just feel like that would be something that
Yeah.
Palpatine would have done away with after the old order.
When they found out Senator Palpatine or Emperor Palpatine was the...
'Cause,
Well,
like,
I guess he wanted to keep it, so he just kept it through rule
I mean-
with the stormtroopers.
It's still there, and then later on, we'll get there and I'll talk about it. We'll come back to it. Anyway, so that's just something I wanted to touch on. We can touch on it more later with when we get to what I was talking about.
So when the Sandcrawler reaches Luke's house, and they're unloading the droids, there's some tall Jawas.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm
There's
like,
some normal size
tall-ass
for
Jawas.
one scene, and then they're gone.
I think they ran out of extras. It's like,
don't-
hey, can you
I
be a
don't know.
Jawa for a minute?
That was weird.
Hey,
And
hey Vader, can you be a Jawa?
And then there was some Jawas. They were hiding by the Sandcrawler, and then Luke comes out, and they'll run.
Mm-hmm.
They just kind of run from him around the Sandcrawler and disappear. I don't know what that was.
Oh, I want to go. Keep skipping things I want to talk about. Back when the stormtroopers were looking for the droids, I was like, huh, the only time in the entire series of Star Wars you see stormtroopers with dirty armor.
That is true. They're usually pretty clean.
Yeah.
Well, they're down on a sand planet versus up in space, where
Yeah, that's true.
not really. So
I was looking at the Jawas, and I'm like, does the dirt on their clothes seem a little like someone just threw dirt on them and was like, yeah, that looks dirty, like they've been out in the sand?
I don't know. I think they did really well with a lot of the costumes.
Oh, so the Luke thing. So when the Jawas are bringing out all the droids, first thing in my head was, Jawa slave traders.
Yeah, it's pretty much what it was. But they're droids. Well, they do have sentience, so they are beings.
Yeah,
So I don't know. It's something, but they're made. That's what they're made for.
this is true.
Like when C-3PO, when he's telling Uncle Owen what he is, and Owen's like, "Shut up." He's like, "Shutting up, sir."
Well, yeah,
Because it's what they're built for. They're built to serve.
it's like they've all been castrated. They're
Sure.
droids. And I've got the whole. I've written in big letters. I'm just like at the point when Luke comes in, I'm just like, and enter Luke.
Why?
Just like because it's just Luke Skywalker.
Oh, yeah.
The main point of so many movies.
Yeah. There was C-3PO. I'm skipping to Inside. Do you have anything else?
I have one more thing.
Oh.
The whole how Owen just comes out and goes, I suspect you do etiquette and protocol. And I'm just like, why? Why would you suspect that?
Well,
He's a
because-
droid.
Yeah, but he looks the most humanoid, and that's mainly what those are used for. Because he has like the human face, supposed to look friendly, and that's
They're the protocol
usually
droid.
what they're built for.
Did it ever occur to you though that they've met before? Anakin built the droid and gave it to him. Remember?
Oh my goodness. He did?
Yeah. Do you remember in episode 2? Which I know we're going off a little bit here, but episode 2, when Anakin goes back and meets Owen, 3PO is there.
Oh my goodness, he is.
He's not the gold. He's got the whole dull iron-looking armor, but it's him.
Well, okay. There's so many different 3PO units. I don't know if that like the silver, gold, and all that. So he wouldn't recognize him.
Probably not. But I'm just like, I think it's funny.
C3PO
just like,
would know him.
Nope, because in the end of
he looks
episode
young.
3, they wiped his memory.
Oh, they did. That's right.
It's in the very like little bit, tiny bit in the end, but it's there.
They almost wiped their memory in this.
Almost.
Yeah. But
Anyway.
can we go inside now?
Give me a second. Yep.
Okay, so C3PO does a little foreshadowing where he says that
He's not very good at telling stories.
he's not very good at telling stories.
I wrote it down too.
And then he goes and tells some stories to the Ewoks that
I
are
was like,
fantastic.
I just wrote in stars episode 6.
So that was pretty cool. And then something Luke, when he, I don't know, this is a bit of a stretch, but when he sees Leia, he says she's beautiful. They're twins, so could that be him being a little vain?
Narcissism?
No, not narcissistic. Like vain because they're twins. She looks
Yeah,
like
but
I don't know.
I
It's a bit of a
mean-
stretch.
Okay.
I don't know.
Uh,
And then their last C3PO and R2, their last master was from Antilles.
Wedge Antilles. His name was
Oh.
Wedge Antilles.
No, wasn't. Oh, wait.
Our last master was Captain Antilles. Not Captain of the Antilles, Captain Antilles. Like Wedge
Oh.
Antilles.
So, but you meet Wedge later,
Yeah, you do.
and he doesn't react to R2 or C3PO.
Not at all.
Oh.
I know, it's weird.
And oh my goodness, R2 is that mischievous little droid.
That
Could you take
little
off my restraining thing
bastard.
so I could do it? And then,
I love
That's
him.
pretty good.
He's so just
yeah.
cheeky, sarcastic,
Mm-hmm.
so annoying, but still cool. Okay, let's see. I have here we go now to where like Lars and Baru are talking to Luke at dinner, and he's talking about. Do you have anything about like the whole message or Obi-Wan? You're my only hope. Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope. Oh my goodness. Okay, so you know he's like, oh, he might be talking about old Ben. He said something about Obi-Wan. It's just like, you ever heard of him? That
No.
pause.
No, nothing.
Never heard of Obi-Wan.
And
Nope.
then a few seconds later, he's like, I knew Obi-Wan. He was a good friend of your father's. It's like, oh, but you just said, whatever.
I was like, Lars is a hard ass. Just
Yeah.
for everything. He's a hard ass.
And then when Luke leaves to go clean up the droids, unless you have something else.
When he leaves and goes outside and looks at the suns, I'm just like, oh, John Williams, that score.
Anyways.
Looking at the sun, I'm just like, God, it must be hotter than hell there. Just like, it was so moving. Just for the little part, was just looking out over the distance. I'm just like,
But when he
that's
goes,
beautiful.
when he goes back inside to clean the droids, and he sees C-3PO hiding, what is C-3PO hiding behind? It
I
looks
know.
like some
It's
sort of speeder.
That comes in later too.
Really?
Mos Eisley, you see one driving by.
Oh, really?
Pretty sure they just reused the prop.
Huh.
I love
But
that.
It was
like,
cool looking.
I love that he looks around and just goes boop boop and
Yeah,
C-3PO
pushes a button. Pushes a button on the thing. Yeah, it's pretty funny. And then
After that, I skipped straight to the banthas. So what do you got?
well when they're driving to go find R2, it's like, oh, there's a droid on the thing. Hit the accelerator. Is C-3PO driving?
Yes, C-3PO is driving, but he looked in every direction with those binoculars. He's like, where the could he? How do they know which direction to go? Have they just been driving around in like circles for
I don't know.
hours?
The speeder might have different sensors, and they're like, oh, maybe something over here. I don't know. That's a good point.
Yes, and he's making C-3PO drive. Then again, C-3PO still has the restraining bolt.
Yeah.
Therefore, he can control him.
But how can C-3PO drive?
He's been alive for... Okay, let's do a little timeline here. Okay, episode 1. Anakin is 9.
Yes.
That's when C-3PO was built. Roughly, how old do you think Vader is here? 50s? 40s?
Well, it was like a few years in between the first 3, and then 30 years between 3 and 4. So he has to be late 30s, early 40s.
No, he's not late 30s, because how old is Anakin in episode 3?
Oh, wait, 9. Yeah, he was like 9, so 10. Oh, 3. He was like 19.
No, he was like 20-something.
So yeah, he's like 50.
He's like in his
Or
50s.
mid-
That means
50s.
3PO is like 50 or 40-some years old.
That's true. He's seen some shit.
Yeah, he probably knows how to drive a speeder.
Okay. Yeah.
I want to know, like, what the two droids have been through. C-3PO and R2. Like,
There might be stories. There might be books out.
probably. But, like, that would be cool.
And then, so to the Banthas, when they see him,
Banthas are creepy as shit. Just like, oh my god, they look so scary.
when when they're driving to get R2 and the Sand People see him, he doesn't shoot. Like, he's like, I'm gonna shoot him. And he's like, no, wait, no.
I'm gonna shoot him. No, wait, no.
Why'd they do that? It's like, no, wait.
They wanted to ambush him. I don't know. Because they're still in the speeder. They wanted to wait till they're out of the speeder. Because
Save
that
the
let
speeder.
them...
Yeah, because, they were gonna...
Yeah. Because it's harder to hit them in a speeder, and if you miss, then they can just get away.
We know they're good at aiming.
But if you miss, they're snipers. Okay. They're snipers.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And then when they surprise Luke, there's a scream, and I thought it might have been C-3PO. I think C-3PO screamed.
What kind of scream? Like, ah!
Something like that, yeah. Because it shows him going, ah. So,
they rip him apart, basically.
Mm-hmm. And also, was R2 with them at that juncture when they were looking?
Yeah, they found him, remember?
Yeah, but did he come with them? Because he was hiding in the caves.
Maybe?
And he wasn't up there with
Maybe
Luke
not.
and C-3PO.
I don't know. I'm just going to say no.
No?
No.
So they left him behind so he could run away again?
Yeah, I guess.
And then when Obi-Wan appears and he does that scream thing, oh my goodness. Was that like a Jedi thing, or had he just
I think he's just been learning. He's been on that planet for, what, 30 years?
Luke's not that old.
Yeah, I know. You're saying 30 years in between the movies. I'm saying that's not enough time. Because he was a baby in episode 3, and now he's like, what, 19?
Yeah.
18, 19, 20. So it's been like, what, 20 years at least. We'll just rough estimate 20 years. So that means Vader's probably like 40.
Late 40s.
Then C-3PO's 30-some. R2 is older than that because he was already built and doing stuff on episode 1.
Huh. Interesting.
And
then when Obi-Wan comes and checks Luke when he's unconscious, like he holds his hand over his eyes and his brain, like
I feel like he's using the Force to feel him or something like
check
he's
him,
like,
or was that waking him up? Because he woke up a few seconds later.
It could be both. And then I have Obi-Wan and R2 meet again.
He had no idea who R2 was.
Yeah,
which was a little ridiculous.
On one hand,
that's where the second trilogy goes wrong. They met, but he didn't. I don't know.
Then I mean, like he's never. Also, the part where he says later on he's never owned an R2 or R some unit. He had an R4.
He didn't
when
own
he was
it.
a Jedi.
I don't know if he owned it.
Maybe he's just being facetious. It's like I never owned one, but I met him before.
Yeah, maybe it's something like that.
See,
because he definitely knew.
This is the problem with making 4, 5, and 6, and then 1, 2, and 3, because you can put stuff in that doesn't coincide with the first.
That's why a lot of people didn't like the second trilogy because they messed up a lot of stuff.
I still love those movies, so nah.
Well,
where are we going? Okay.
Okay. So, can I go to the lightsaber?
No. My favorite line is "He is me." Then you can go to the lightsaber.
He is me. Yeah, that was pretty. Yeah.
That lightsaber cut.
Not just that. He says, Obi-Wan says, "Your father wanted you to have this."
Oh, that's just a harmless lie.
Yeah, along with the rest of it, I guess.
He's trying to protect him. It's a harmless lie. Okay, maybe not harmless, but it was a lie.
If he had said, "This is your sister," there wouldn't be the movies.
True.
It might have gone a different way. A lot of people.
This is your father's lightsaber. I took it from him after I cut his arms and legs off and left him burning in lava.
Exactly. And then it's
nicer to say he would want you to have this.
And that's when he went, "I hate you. Also give my lightsaber to my son."
When he is old enough.
Yeah. And then Obi-Wan mentions before the Empire.
Yeah.
Like, what was that like?
Before the Empire?
Was that 1, 2, and 3? Because the Empire.
Yeah, that's what he's talking about. The Empire was established in Episode 3.
It was.
That's when the Emperor took over everything.
Okay.
He's like, the new galactic empire.
And then another thing, Leia's ship was right over Tatooine. She was almost there.
Almost, yeah.
So close.
Just like,
if she had been there, Luke would have never found. Well, no, he still would have had the droid. No, none of this would have happened.
Nope, none of this would have happened.
She'd become a Jedi.
Yeah.
She'd
probably have
taken him and then trained like your father and blah 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 blah. Well, no, because her father.
No, because Obi-Wan still knew about Luke.
He might have gone
gave him there.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll watch over. He's been watching over him.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. Okay, when they first meet, they already knew each other. Like they've met before. He's like, "What are you doing out here, Luke?"
No, Obi-Wan was like that.
They knew of each other.
Obi-Wan did. Like Obi-Wan knew Luke.
Luke had probably met him before.
he knew about Old Ben. He'd never met him.
No, he's probably met him before, because like he's talking about like I wonder if he means Old Ben. Like he's just a hermit guy. I bet he's met him in passing. Like he's just that old trapper guy who lives out in the woods.
Seen him.
He's probably
I don't think he's actually
ran into him once or twice. Just like, oh hi Old Ben, I'm just blah 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 blah. But like they met.
Yeah. You have anything else on Tatooine?
Nope.
Okay.
Then we go to the ship.
The
Ship? Oh, wait, a Death Star.
Death Star.
That's a Death Star. When Tarkin and all
my
these...
goodness, that Death Star was cool. And they actually had it spinning. Did you
Oh,
see
really?
that? Yeah, it was spinning.
I didn't catch that.
It was pretty cool.
So, then we realize now the Senate's gone.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, there's still a Senate? Nope, not anymore.
Nope.
And then I realized, here is where I realized why the Senate was still there, because he was talking about who will do the whole Democratic blah, 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 blah. And he was keeping it up for appearances, basically, and power. But now all the governors have the power he doesn't need anymore. And then comes this stupid motherfucker who starts questioning Vader.
Oh
So this makes me wonder, has Vader not, like, have they not been... Vader obviously still uses the powers and all that, but have they not seen it
They
before?
probably haven't, because they're only together in a office-type setting, where they're just talking.
I mean, okay. And then he starts using it on him.
They know about it, yeah.
I'm just like, well, Vader ain't taking no shit.
I love how Tarkin's like, quit, enough of this bickering. And I love how Vader Token guy is bickering. Because he was totally on Vader's side.
He's just like,
Vader,
Vader, put him down. He's just like, okay.
He was like, as you wish. Or as you command.
As you wish.
Was...
Like, he's just like, okay.
No,
I don't care.
No.
I wasn't going to kill him anyway.
That was funny. He might have.
I think he's trying to prove a point.
Yeah.
He's just proving a point. Just like,
your lack of faith is
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Oh, that's good stuff. I love the Vader and Tarkin.
I was a little... So this movie, I realize a lot of times it cuts from place to place. Like, it'll be on Tatooine and it'll go to the Death Star. But like, the little Death Star parts are really short. And they're just tiny little exposition parts.
Yeah.
Like, we're taking the Death Star.
It's done well.
It is. I like it. But it's still just like, it's confusing.
Also, talking about the cuts, all the swipes.
Oh,
right,
the
right
swipes.
to left,
Those
up
are
to down,
fun.
down to up.
How many possible ways can we swipe from one way to the other?
All of them. Yeah. Okay. So back on the planet.
Now we're on Tatooine again.
When Luke and Obi-Wan have found the Jawas all killed, and oh my goodness, too accurate for sand people.
I wrote that in all caps. Too accurate for stormtroopers.
No, for sand people. Too accurate for sand troopers. Or for sand people.
Oh, right. Sorry. I meant too accurate. And then he says only stormtroopers are this accurate. I just started laughing.
Stormtroopers. It's like, oh my goodness.
I was laughing so hard.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
And then the next
No,
scene...
what I was... Oh. Okay. What? Anyway, I was just... The next thing we're going to, of course, the death of Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru. Yeah. No, wait. No, it isn't.
Yeah.
Because there's a thing, and then... Oh, I was thinking of something else. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, then this is where they die. Would leave them back home. Yeah, and he goes, and he sees the people who have raised him pretty much as mom and dad for however many years he's alive.
He sees their burning corpses.
And he takes it very well.
He does. It's like one of the most gruesome deaths in the entire series, and it is...
And I'm just like, well, Luke must be a bit of a psychopath.
I don't know, something like that. And he goes back to Obi-Wan and...
Then again, it doesn't show all of it. He could have just been, like, frozen and then, like, broken down afterwards. So we don't actually know.
He goes back to burning the Jawas, which...
What did he do with them? Did he bury them? Did he leave them?
The Jawas?
We don't know.
No, they just burned them.
No, Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru.
Oh, he probably buried them.
I'm gonna say he probably buried them. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
And then this is something, because next I believe we go back to Vader where he's gonna go and question Leia. Right?
Is it?
Yeah. Or what do you have?
Yeah, that's probably it. Yeah. I didn't write anything down for that.
Well, something I had noticed with Vader is his helmet's crooked.
Really?
Yeah, like there's the nose piece, and then the top part, it's off to the left a little. It's just
probably poor prop design at the moment.
Yeah.
They probably put it on wrong.
Well, when he's going to question Leia again with the interrogation droid.
That thing's terrifying.
And it zooms in on the syringe. The syringe is empty.
Really?
Yeah, there's nothing.
Maybe it's taking blood from her. Or maybe it's injecting air.
No, it's completely pushed, and I don't know. It's just small oversight, I guess, they had.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
God, that thing was terrifying. The needles and the little saws and just like, oh my goodness. That was scary.
Oh, I think it actually goes that scene, then they're burning the Jawas.
It's something you don't really think about much, is that Leia was tortured
She was,
She was tortured to hell,
but she took it well.
supposedly.
Her makeup stayed nice,
Perfect.
and tidy.
Her hair was perfect the entire time.
Well, in that bun, you know. Actually, so it went that scene, then the burning child was, and then then them going to Mos Eisley.
Yep.
Where they put the droids on the back, where they just kind of set R2-D2 on his side next to the.
Poor R2.
Yeah. It's
Maybe he was just like laying down.
Yeah, maybe he was offline. I don't know, something like that. But
No, a place you will not find more scum or whatever he said.
yeah. Okay, so when they're coming in, and then there's that droid carrying something, a little floating droid comes, and he drops it, and then he hits the little droid. That was kind of, I don't understand why that was there.
Pure comic relief.
Yeah, I don't know. That was weird. And then, when they get to the troopers, you know, these are not the droids you were looking for.
Did you see the Brontosaurus from Jurassic Park just walking through with the tiny ass tail?
I did, yeah, that was, whatever.
It's like, wow, Lucas, you copying Spielberg there?
It's okay. Nobody knew. Now they do.
Well,
Sorry, Mr. George Lucas. We just ruined it for you.
sorry, Spielberg.
But when he does the mind trick, he does it to the one guy, and there's like 5 other stormtroopers
they're just like,
standing
wait,
around.
what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, like
What are they, like his subordinates or something?
I don't know. He might have been a commander. They just listened.
How
to
did he
him,
pick out the one? Well, he was the one talking to them, so.
But he didn't do it on any of the other guys, and any of the other guys could have been like, no.
But
And then
I
he
guess
could've-
not.
I don't know.
Maybe he was doing it to all of them, and they just didn't talk or something. I don't know.
And then when they get into the cantina, they come to some steps where R2 can't go down steps. So they just kind of leave him. And then the guy's like, we don't serve their kind, and why don't you go back to speeder? And they do.
More droid
But
racism.
how are they expecting the R2 to go down the steps at all? Which is, I don't know.
And of course, in here, we also see one of the most overused ditties of all Star Wars time. Did you notice that one of the patrons was Satan?
Yes. And then one before that was a bat. There was a little bat.
I noticed
The
that.
little thing grabbing the giant mug.
Oh!
He was a bat.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Go back and watch it. And then, Obi-Wan is talking to Chewbacca.
Okay.
Obi-Wan speaks Wookiee.
Does he?
Apparently. Because he was talking to Chewbacca before he went and talked to Han.
Maybe he understands Wookiee. Not necessarily speak it, but understands
Well,
it.
yeah. Well, Han doesn't speak it. He just understands it.
Yeah, Chewie understands basic.
But no one else understands Wookiee except for, well,
Han and Obi-Wan.
Yoda.
Then again, think about it. Do you think Obi-Wan ever fought on the Kashyyyk?
No.
On the Kashyyyk? On
On the-
Kashyyyk?
No.
Well, he could have. I mean, you don't know.
So the only people we've seen understand Wookiees is Yoda, Han, and now Obi-Wan, which I didn't catch before.
I feel like Obi-Wan's the kind of person who would just know a bunch of shit like that.
Yeah, I guess. Something like that. And then, one of the biggest problems, when Obi-Wan cuts the guy's arm
the blood.
off, lightsabers cauterize.
It's
So like, come on, Lucas. Just kidding.
they weren't
Yeah,
thinking.
it came after, and then they put it into the second trilogy.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, the cauterization.
Yeah, cauterization, because it didn't work before.
Um,
And then, when they finally get to Han Solo, do you have anything?
Han Solo,
anything
Captain
on
of the
that?
Millennium Falcon.
Well, when he says it'll be 10,000, and Obi-Wan's like, no, I got you, fam, 17,000. Where is Obi-Wan getting all this money?
Oh, he's probably gonna ask Leia for it.
No, he had it because he had 2,000 to give him, and he had no idea they were going to get Leia.
Oh, that's true.
They were going to go meet Leia. Oh, well, because he didn't know Alderaan, so he thought they were going
Because
to
that's
go
where,
meet
yeah,
her.
because Leia's rich.
I didn't think about that.
She's a princess, and they
Yeah.
got money. So
was he going to get it from her, or did he just have...
maybe the Rebel Alliance would just pay it to pay him? Because I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I wrote, and I was like, poor Han. Does he ever actually get paid?
Yeah, he does.
And then I realized later,
near
yes,
the
he
end,
does.
yeah.
17,000 credits.
And then the droids are hiding in that one room.
Oh yeah,
Later.
that was that before or after? That was after Greedo, wasn't it? That was after Greedo.
Yeah, it was.
So talk about Greedo for a second.
Okay.
He talks about Han, how he has a bounty so big that no bounty hunter. How big is the bounty on Han's head? I want to know. Like, What? We talking like hundreds? We talking thousands, millions?
Well,
what?
if it takes 17 to pay off, or well,
17 to
he wanted 10, so 10 must have been 10 or less to pay
10
off.
must enough to pay off Jabba.
But then they put a bounty on him bigger than that.
Well,
Because Jabba would want his money back, or would it be the exact amount?
it wouldn't be the exact amount. See, he just said a really big bounty.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm thinking hundreds, probably.
Hundreds?
Hundreds of thousands of credits.
Could be something like that.
Anyway.
Okay.
Alright, so then we go to Greedo and shooting over my dead body. That's the idea.
Yeah. So, of course, there's a big thing. Han shot first.
And in some versions...
He did in the original edit, and then in the remakes, Greedo shot first. And missed. And then Han.
Yeah, in my version, Greedo definitely shot first.
It's because you got the remastered. It's okay. So, when the
now we go to the droids.
When the droids are hiding in that room.
What room is that?
I have no idea.
Where are they? Like, just like find a random somebody's house that's just open and close the door and lock it?
No idea. Lock the door.
And then stormtroopers come out. It's locked. Well, move on to the next one.
Knock, 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 knock. Well, this one's locked. Move on. Well, what if they're in there? No, it's locked. They wouldn't be in there.
You're stormtroopers. You are the authority of the galaxy.
Yeah.
Open the door.
Yeah. You have anything else till we get to the ship?
Nope.
Okay, so, Han says that he put his own special modifications into the ship.
What does that mean? What did he
know.
do?
I don't know. They never specify. But made the Kessel Run in 12 parsecs.
However fast that is.
But yeah, I don't know. But then, when... Do you have anything on the Jabba conversation?
With Jabba and Han? Boba!
Yeah, Boba Fett.
That's it.
That's it? Oh,
he steps on his tail.
The Guido-looking thing in the back had a super shiny, colorful suit. He was standing next to the port going up into the ship.
Huh.
Yeah, because he had a bunch of bounty hunters there. But yeah, super shiny suit. Super shiny suit.
Didn't notice him.
Yeah. But when...
Han's a dick. He steps on his tail.
When C-3PO comes in, C-3PO says something, I can't remember exactly what, and Han, like, he smiles, haha, and then when he turns and he looks super annoyed. Like, he doesn't like C-3PO.
Wait, what?
Yeah, because when...
Oh! Well, he just comes up and goes, hello, sir, and then that's it.
Yeah, and Han's like, oh, I don't like you.
Maybe he's racist against droids, too.
Something like that.
And so, what?
I had something about the stormtroopers.
Okay.
When they find out where Han is from the dick nose looking guy, they're like, alright everybody, load your weapons. It's like, why are you running around with unloaded weapons?
Kind of useless, isn't it?
Yeah.
And of course, it's lucky they just had that cannon.
Yeah. Do you have anything before they take off?
Nope.
Because when they take off, there's some stormtroopers.
Just
They're
standing on
there,
the top.
and then they look at his ship like it's important when they have no idea. Because
maybe they're just bored and just like, oh, look, a ship.
But they looked at it like it was like.
Well, maybe like all of them have been alerted that there's like, hey, watch out for these guys.
Or this ship.
By the way, that ship taking off is beautiful. Every time the Falcon takes off, I love it. It's just so pretty.
Really done. Then I had a question. At the Death Star.
Okay.
Can we go to the Death Star?
Wait.
Because that's what's next.
Is it? Are you sure it's not the whole training thing with the feel your force, don't let your feelings go and blah blah blah?
No, it goes to the Death Star real fast.
Okay.
So I was thinking, Death Star's
that.
gravity. Does it have gravity?
I assume it does.
So if it's moving around.
Maybe it has its own gravity.
Well,
'cause it's huge.
Gravity comes from objects spinning, right?
Well, you said it was spinning earlier.
When it moves, it doesn't spin. So they have like.
How do ships have gravity?
That's also a good point.
Maybe they just use the same thing, same principle.
Something like that. Okay. Now the training bot.
Ah.
Where the hell did that come
Little
from?
motherfucker. Maybe it's just standard issue on ships or something.
For what? Lightsabers? What lightsabers? The Jedi are all gone.
Maybe it's like a sentry bot, and he just put it on stun.
Stun what?
Or like a lowest setting of blast or something.
Yeah. And what about that helmet with the blast shield? Like why is that there?
I don't know. Maybe it's just something Luke had.
Something.
Maybe something Han had.
Just lying around on the ship.
So why does Han have absolutely no reaction to the lightsaber whatsoever?
He's seen them.
Has he?
Well, he's a bounty hunter. He goes around everywhere.
There's no Jedi left. Remember?
Yeah.
Vader killed them all.
But it doesn't take a Jedi to make a lightsaber.
Yeah, it does.
Okay. So there's a bunch of dead Jedi. Their lightsabers didn't go poof.
Yeah, it's true. Okay,
People
that's
probably
true.
found them and copied them to make them. But something on Chewie. Chewie's a freaking teddy bear.
I gotta stop doing
Like,
that.
oh my goodness. When they're like, don't piss off a Wookiee, he's like sitting there, he puts his arms out his head like, hey.
He's such a dick.
He is, but he's also such a big fuzzball. Like, he's not mean.
Laugh it up, fuzzball.
He's super nice.
Oh no, yeah, he was. He's not a horrible. He's just a smuggler because I don't know. After the war on Kashyyyk, he needed a job.
I don't know. He's a big teddy bear.
Which also, he's old as shit.
Yeah, he is. He is. To the Death Star with Darth Vader and Tarkin again.
I just want to mention that there's another bad lightsaber cut.
That's how they had.
And then we can go to the Death Star.
Okay.
With the whole Tarkin and Vader talking.
Yeah, there's when he's talking.
Are you gonna talk about the part where he keeps moving after he stops talking?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
He's like, oh, and you just keep moving his hand. That was a bad one. That someone should have done something.
They should have caught that. I mean, really. Maybe they were just like, fuck it, I'm tired.
Yeah.
We'll leave that one in, or we'll get it tomorrow, and they forgot.
Okay, and then next scene when Han they're at Alderaan. Oh no, it's been destroyed. They find the TIE fighter and they follow it in. When they're being pulled into the docking bay.
We're gonna talk about the green screen.
Which green screen?
The one where they're sitting in the Falcon, and then that just like
that wasn't too
so
bad.
Obviously green screen.
It wasn't too bad. But when they're being pulled into the bay, there's two stormtroopers just standing outside in space.
I noticed that too. I'm just like, what?
What are they doing?
Okay, it's been sans episode 7. It's been established that there's a seal in the helmets.
J.J. Abrams made the seal.
True, but I don't know.
Yeah, whatever.
Maybe they're space helmets. Who knows?
And then when do you have anything on the smuggling?
It was cool. That was cool.
Well, when the stormtroopers come in and they shoot them, the lasers, it's like pew pew pew.
Nobody notices.
Hear the
Why
lasers?
are there no marks on the friggin' armor?
Yeah, and then they do it again when they come into the control room, and then Luke's like, "It's a wonder with his howling and all your shooting, nobody knows." It's like, yeah, it is a wonder.
Like, wow, you got it right there. Mm-hmm.
And then R2 brings up the map.
No. I want to go back to my favorite line in the entire movie.
What?
When Vader comes in and they've done searching. Did you find any droids? Just the way that he says it is so funny.
Yeah. I haven't felt a presence since...
Since when?
Yeah.
Tell us!
Well, since Obi-Wan, man.
True, but we don't know that. We're not supposed to know that.
Yeah. Well, he was referring to Obi-Wan.
Okay, so when R2 sticks his thing in the computer...
And he brings up that map.
It's not dirty at all.
Shut up. When he brings
I didn't notice this, but he lights up.
Huh.
In the back of him, like he's got this little panel thing. It just like lights up a green and like little flickering lights and stuff. I'm like, oh, I didn't notice that before. That's cool.
But when he brings up the map, it's like, how is anybody supposed to read that map? It just flashes a bunch of pictures, and then it shows one picture.
Maybe
and Obi-Wan's like, I got this.
Maybe it's something that like they're used to, so it's like just something they know how to read.
Yeah, I guess. But and then Luke talks to Han about rescuing the princess. He's like, there will be a reward for rescuing her. She's a princess. It's like,
she's rich. I was like, lol, you greedy sumbitch.
Yeah, but like, from who? She has no planet, no people to pay him.
Oh god, I just realized that. Alderman's. Well, he doesn't know that. They didn't know. No, he didn't know that. She was Princess of Alderaan.
She's the.
True.
He knew about Leia because they had to have told him. Maybe.
I don't know.
And
I just like Han's a greedy sumbitch.
My favorite scene. Well, do you have anything on them transporting Chewie?
What are we talking about?
In that scene from when they go to the prison cells? Anywhere.
I have quick thinking written down, and I don't know why. Oh, that quick thinking on Luke's part about the whole money thing.
Yeah, that was
okay.
And the transport, funny scenes, and then.
Why do I have this written down?
What?
I have "holy shit" written down in very big caps, and I don't know why.
Holy shit! The little droid.
Oh, that's right! Because of the Family Guy thing. The little when he growls.
Holy shit!
Holy shit!
And then he runs away. Yeah, that was funny. But anything up till when they get in the room, because my favorite scene is when Han starts talking to the guy on the other end of the line.
Well, the only thing I have is that the whole thing where Mark Hamill improv.
Yeah.
It wasn't actually in the script beforehand. Is when he goes, "I can't see a thing in this helmet." He was actually saying that to Harrison, and then they just put it in.
Yeah, but when
After that, no.
When Han Solo goes into the room and he's talking to the guy on the other
The
end.
whole
Oh,
he's like, don't give me a script. I want this to sound as
Really?
Yeah, no, he didn't have a script
oh, that was awesome.
because he was personally like, just
sounded
like, I
improv.
want to do this, like, I want to make it sound as realistic as possible. So don't give me something.
He's like, we're fine down here. How are you?
He made all that stuff up on the spot.
That was gorgeous. I loved that. That was great. And then when they go to get Leia, she's in a sexy pose, lying on the bench. Like, why is she lying like that?
Aren't you a little short to be a stormtrooper? Aren't you a little bitchy to be a princess? Yep,
Exactly.
see?
Yeah, that was
No,
also
feel
from Family
bitch.
Guy. And then when Luke,
Oh, no, what did he say? He didn't
Nothing.
say that. He's just like, well, stay here and rot then, bitch.
yeah, that's,
Anyway, sorry, you were saying.
when Vader's talking to Grand Moff Tarkin about how Obi-Wan is on the Star Destroyer, he's like, my old master. When Obi-Wan was saying that your father was my apprentice.
He said Vader was my apprentice.
Oh, he did?
He did. Which is friggin' the same thing.
Yeah, but we didn't know that.
True, but
Huh. I thought he knew. Oh, okay.
where are we now? Okay.
Um,
So, next part is when Han and Leia meet. I'm just like, they've got instant chemistry.
oh my goodness, yeah, the fighting, the bickering.
It's like, they're adorable.
Yeah. And then when she shoots the garbage chute, how did she know it was a garbage chute? It was some grates.
Maybe she thought, well, that's better than being stuck here. So, I don't know. Well, she did say garbage chute, didn't she?
I think so.
She did say, quick, into the garbage chute.
Yeah, which is really weird. And then,
How does that... Okay, I have two things written down here. I'm like, the creepy-ass monster in the thing. I'm like, how does that thing not get crushed? And then later on when Luke goes, it's gone. I'm like, oh, that's how. It probably has some hidey hole.
something like that. It's probably like, there's probably a few inches at the very bottom. I don't know.
What they were standing in, it didn't look deep enough for them to drag Luke so far down.
Something
Seriously.
like that. Maybe. But, okay, when the stormtroopers come in to find C-3PO and R2-D2...
Dude, quick thinking on 3PO's part. Like,
Yeah.
oh my god, quick thinking.
But before that, I only saw it because of things I've seen on the internet that have brought it up. When the stormtroopers are coming in and the door doesn't go up all the way, and the stormtrooper hits his head.
I missed that. Dang
Really?
it. I was looking for that too.
Oh my goodness, that was one of my
pull up the movie
favorite scenes.
and we shall find it.
Because he does that, and then they make him stand guard.
That poor guy.
Yeah, it was...
I don't know. Is it? I think it's past this.
It is.
It's past this. Past this. I have a note about doors too.
Because
but
he
we'll talk about that later.
hits his head, and then he has to fix his helmet because he had offset it, and then they make him stand
They hate
guard.
tall stormtroopers.
I think that's...
I think we went past it.
They probably shouldn't have made him do that.
Probably. Oh no, back more.
Yeah, almost there. Almost.
Where is it? Laser bolts. Smoke. The smoke. All the smoke. I'm gonna talk about that too.
Yep.
Keep going. We need to take a minute and talk about Alec Guinness too in a minute.
Who's Alec Guinness?
Alec Guinness is the man who played Obi-Wan.
Oh.
How do you not know this?
Right
a
here.
little bit, right here. Okay, turn up. I wanna hear it.
No, we don't need...
I wanna hear it.
No.
Ah.
So, yeah, he walks in, and he hits his head, and then he has to fix his helmet because he's knocked it loose, and then they make him stand guard. It's like, you want the guy who knocks his head into a door to stand guard over an empty...
It's okay. They didn't see him knock his head on the top. So 3PO had some really, really quick thinking with that whole, the madmen! Quick, they went that way!
Yeah, that was good on his part.
The whole garbage chute thing, I found that thing surprisingly tense.
Really?
Yeah.
It was tense. Right here. And boop!
Oh, smacked his head.
And then he has to... He's holding his helmet like, oh my god, I just hit that. But, no, sorry.
And they just kept going.
Yeah, and then it'll make him... So, when Obi-Wan is...
Freaking
messing with the
sneaking
tractor beam.
around. No, when Obi-Wan's just sneaking around, nobody sees him. You
Yeah.
see like 3 people, and just nobody sees him at all.
My thing is, when he makes... When the 2 stormtroopers stand here, stand guard, report anything, report every, like, hour or whatever, and they're talking about just random stuff. Like, did you see the new
I don't know.
PG-16? Yeah, I heard something great. And, like, what was that? Nothing. And then, like, their conversation was... I don't know. It was really
It was realistic.
human.
It was yeah.
It was cool.
I like that. It gives you another side of them, and he uses the Force. He doesn't. He just goes, ping.
Yeah, he does something.
He just moves his hand, and there's a noise.
Yeah.
So I feel like he moved something over somewhere with the Force.
Yeah.
Which is really cool.
When they're chasing Han, close the blast doors. They get through. Open the blast doors.
Open the blast doors.
Close the blast doors. Close the blast doors. Open the blast doors.
Okay, so I think it's
stuff.
around here. I've counted a Wilhelm scream.
Oh.
I think I only got one for this movie.
Yeah. There's only that one. And then I noticed that the lightsabers in this were super skinny.
Yeah.
And the effects were almost not working when Vader.
I saw that
and
when
Obi-Wan were
on Obi-Wan's lightsaber. Yeah.
Yeah. And then there was one random spin move that Obi-Wan did. Did you see that?
Yeah. Oh
like,
my god.
spin!
Obi-Wan trying to regain his glory days.
Yeah. It was an old guy and a really tall guy that probably couldn't see very well fighting.
I did notice Anakin's still as arrogant as ever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then I don't have anything until the death scene, where Vader takes a cheap shot.
Well, Obi-Wan let him.
True, but still took a cheap shot.
Why did he disappear? And why do they disappear? Why do Jedi disappear when they die?
Because they become one with the Force.
Yeah, that's
something like that.
Stuff. I don't know. Another thing is the fire in space. Whenever there's explosions and stuff, I have a little problem with that because fire can't exist without oxygen. It's not that. And also sound in space, like the explosion sounds and the screaming starfighters.
That is
It's a thing.
TIE fighters.
Okay. When they
sad Luke is sad.
Sad Luke is sad.
When they're sitting in the ship and Leia comes, I'm just like, sad Luke is sad.
Don't get cocky, kid. Don't get penisy, kid.
I have that written down too. Don't get penisy, kid.
That was good. And then next thing I have is
C-3PO, another one. Everything is your fault, R2.
Yeah. Next thing I have is when the Death Star is coming in range of Tatooine, or Yavin 4.
Really?
Yeah. Do you have anything before then?
I just like I smiled because I saw another R2 unit or R unit next to R2 when they were talking.
Yeah. But when the space station is coming in range, there's a little counter, right? They said, all right, 30 minutes till we're in range. Well, it started at 31, then it went 30, 29, 28. It was counting way faster than a minute for each one. And
well, they couldn't actually take a half hour to do that.
Yeah, I know, but they could have had the timer actually going normal speed because it was seconds instead of minutes.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know. And then what I thought was cool was all the different helmets that the leaders had, like red leader, gold leader.
Yeah, they had the different things. It kind of reminds me of like, you know how like in like World War II and stuff, all the fighters and stuff had different like just like markings on their planes and things to mark off different things.
It was cool. And then the Y-wings didn't get a lot of action, but they were there for the
bombing. They were there for a little bit, tiny bit, and then they all died.
They were supposed to bomb the
bombers. That's the whole point. They were there,
but they didn't. Oh my gosh, Porkins! All right, Porkins.
I'm so sorry, Porkins.
It's like why didn't you fat guy Porkins? And then how they announced everything that bothered me. Like, all right, we're going in. All right, I have this much, and then we're gonna do this, and I'm gonna do that, and then it's constant talking. I don't.
Remember in Spaceballs? When, preparing to go, sir. Why are you always preparing? Don't prepare. Stop preparing. Go. Just go.
Yeah, but they would announce every single thing they do. And then, so when somebody was talking to Luke, like, you copy, he nods. He doesn't say copy, he nods.
Maybe
like
he forgot.
Supposed to know. I don't know. And then there's the guy who's going down, and, he's got that kamikaze. And then he just dives right into the Death Star.
Yeah.
I think that was, I don't know who it was.
One of the captains, like one of the leaders, like his whole regiment died and he was going, and then he got killed. I was so sad because I'm like, he was so. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. He was really into it, and then he died. I'm just sad.
I like how some of the guys call Luke boss. Like, all right, boss.
Well, he's not even a leader.
I know, but he was called boss by someone, and they just met him. Like,
well, they trusted him. He was really good. The thing, okay. So remember, who is it? Was it Biggs? The friend from Luke's, or friend of Luke's? The whole nothing's gonna stop us, Luke, and then he dies. Yeah.
No,
like,
he had to die.
Poor Biggs. Just like Beggar's Canyon back at home. What happened at Beggar's Canyon? I want to know about Beggar's Canyon.
I don't know. They're shooting womp rats. Yeah.
Ow, shooting womp rats in my T-16.
Exactly. And then when Vader, what?
something I love is that Vader still flies.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, they put so much into that. Anakin was such a pilot. Your father was such a good pilot and everything. He still flies.
Yeah.
Like, he's got his own personal ship and everything. I love that.
Cool. I like when he's about to take out Luke, and then Han comes in, and he's like, "What?" Just the way he says "what," he's like, "What?"
Well, he wasn't expecting that at all. That was like the thing farthest from his mind.
The way he says it, like, "What?"
Another one of those lines, just.
It's so great. And then
all right, and then we've got.
Next thing I have is them flying away.
No. Next thing I've got is missiles.
Oh, how they...
They're going straight and they just bend into the hole. They're probably locked on or something.
I don't know, but they were like photon torpedoes or something, right?
They don't move.
I don't know. That's, yeah. And then you just kind of got sucked in.
Maybe because it's an exhaust port? Maybe. Well, wouldn't that be blowing out, though?
Yeah. I don't know. And then, next thing I have is once it's gone in.
Moth blasts off. That's one of my things.
All you see is the Millennium Falcon. You got 2 X-Wings and a Y-Wing. You see 4 ships
Everyone else has
away.
died. Everyone else has died.
It's either that or they flew away earlier. It's like, why are you flying away? Help support these guys.
Yep, everyone died. That's it. Everybody's died.
So 4 people made it.
4 people have made it out alive. Well, 4 ships, because there's more than 2 people. Let's see. Then, of course, Vader getting blasted off by the shockwave.
Yeah. Yeah. That was... Yeah. And then, of course, we see him again. Because the bad guys never lose until they become good guys. Yep. You either die a villain or live long enough to become the hero.
Indeed. Live long enough to see yourself become the hero.
Yeah.
The ending of the quote right.
And then the ending ceremony.
I love that fanfare.
Where are they?
I want to say Yavin.
I don't know. It was beautiful. Like, you never see anywhere like that again. Well, do you? Not really.
Think about it. Not in these in these ones. Probably the last bright spot in the universe left.
Yeah. It was a cool place though. I'd like to go there someday.
Of course the typical no Chewie. Chewie doesn't get a medal.
Yeah. Well, he's kind of like a dog because he's not really. I don't know.
I noticed that he's like a pet, but at the same time he's also sentient and like Han's best friend. It's weird. He's had a weird chemistry with everybody.
There was one point earlier when they were talking about going to rescue the princess. Han just kind of leans on Chewie. Like he's a post or something. Like he just snuggles up next to him.
That's probably something they do though. He's probably just being close to him. They're really good friends.
Yeah. Right.
And then the in the end when R2 comes out and he's like, "Yay, R2's okay."
He's a little dancing.
Okay, so that's it for the movie.
Yeah.
Then it's over.
Yeah. And then you have the great score of Robin Williams. What the hell?
John Williams.
John Williams.
Okay, I just have a few things I want to touch on real quick before we end this. So when Luke's walking down here, just because we're here and this is closest, Luke doesn't have his lightsaber. He has a blaster. He's a pistol at his side.
He does.
Why doesn't he have his lightsaber? I mean, he's got it. He's used it. It's a thing.
He didn't really use it.
Okay, that's true. He doesn't. But he has it. So why would he use a pistol? Maybe it's some kind of ceremonial thing.
Maybe something like that.
Like a ceremonial type weapon. You know how like the Marines have their swords and...
Yeah.
I mean, I guess.
Oh, there was one guy. He was one of the generals, I think. He didn't talk or anything, but he had a fantastic mustache. He was in the...
I think I know who you're talking about.
He was in the conference room, and then he was at the very end just standing there. But he had a glorious mustache. It was pretty cool.
It was pretty cool. All right, can we talk about Alec Guinness for a minute?
Yeah.
Alec Guinness. So since you don't know who Alec Guinness is.
I do now. You told me.
Anyway, he hates... Well, I believe he's dead now. But he vehemently hated what he had done in Star Wars.
What do you mean?
He called it fairy tale rubbish.
Like Star Wars?
Yes. And the only reason he agreed to do it was because he liked the morals that it implied. Like the whole moral good and evil, the good is good and stuff like that. It's the only reason he did it.
So he didn't like Star Wars at all?
No, he hated it. Afterwards, all the fans who loved him because of Obi-Wan, he hated them so much. Oh, there was a point where he would never sign autographs, ever. There was one point where he signed one for a Star Wars fan. The thing was, he's like, all right, I'll sign it for you only if you promise to never watch Star Wars again. This kid was like 11.
Yeah, he's probably watched all of them now.
No. He completely, like, he hated how much everything, the whole trilogy, he hated that everything, how big it became. He hated how...
My goodness.
Yeah, no, he completely hated it. However, on the other hand, Peter Cushing, who played Grand Moff Tarkin, loved it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness. He was so happy with doing Star Wars. He was kind of sad that he could only do that one,
Mm-hmm.
but he loved doing it.
Oh, yeah. He had some of the best...
He was cool.
With Darth Vader and all that.
Interesting side note. Peter Cushing, I think somewhere they've gotten the rights to... Because he's dead. He's dead now, sadly. He's passed on. The Force has taken him. Anyway, hey, someone's gotten the rights to use his likeness to bring him back from the dead, sort of, and use him in another movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Star Wars movie
something.
or just a movie?
It's just something for Star Wars, obviously.
They got the rights to a person's likeness. That's funny.
Mm-hmm.
That is hilarious.
Did you hear about the Han Solo movie they're making?
No? What?
Yeah, I was reading this thing about it. Apparently, they want to make a Solo movie.
A solo movie about Solo?
Hey. They want to, yeah, it's... I don't know if they want to use Harrison, like, now, or if they're going to try and, like, reanimate him as a younger man.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah.
You can't have anybody play Han Solo except for Han Solo.
Indeed.
That's going to be hard.
That would be like having someone play Indiana Jones. Oh, wait. They did.
Shia LaBeouf.
No. The Young Adventures of Indiana Jones.
That was a thing?
That was a thing. 1998, they made a TV series. And there's one episode where Indy comes back to play older Indy.
Huh.
But it's the only time. Anyway. Wow. I'm not talking about Star Wars anymore.
Yep. All right. So that's the end of...
That's it. I believe that's everything.
The Rebels of Candleburr.
Can you think of anything else? No?
Nope.
Think about anything?
Nope. We're going to end it there.
Okay, that's it. Cool.
Tune in next
Thanks
time for
listening, guys. We will be back in episode 5, which is the new... Nope, this one's the New Hope. That one's... Give me a second. That's...
Return of the Jedi.
No, Return of the Jedi is episode 6. That's Empire Strikes Back.
Empire Strikes Back.
Indeed. Okay.